Hey everybody, Bungzy here with another ultralight review on ultralight backpacking. So, if you're following along, I recently reviewed Thermarest's brand new wing lock air valve, which they've just released and will be adding to all of their air mattresses. In fact, be right back. This be it. In theory, because it's a one-way valve, no air escapes, resulting in the mattress filling more efficiently. Thermarest is in fact promoting that it can fill 3 times faster, and because of the wing lock release, it expels the air much quicker as well. Check out my detailed review video, link up above if you haven't already, but it didn't perform as advertised for me. One of the problems was the connection between the connection ring in the new included pump sack and the wing lock valve. Again, take a look at my recent review, but the connection is very delicate. It keeps popping off, which results in the pump sack process actually taking longer than just filling it by mouth. But I tasted the forbidden fruit. It was glorious not having to fill the pad by mouth, which led me to discovering and considering Thermarest's old pump sack, which is designed to work with their traditional twist valve, which we're all familiar with. So here I am. I have a review of the old pump sack for you when paired with the old twist lock valve. I will also compare its performance to the new wing lock pad and wing lock pump sack. And lastly, I already have some pump sack hacks for you. That's a mouthful. So, shall we? First up, let's take a closer look at how these two systems connect. First up is the new system, the wing lock and the included pump sack, which has this hard rimmed plastic circle which slides over the wing lock and then nests in the groove just below the wing lock opening. It goes on relatively easily, though it does require some focus. You can't do it sight unseen. But the problem is that it comes off way too easily. Call me clumsy, but all it takes for the pump sack to detach is for a little bit of firm pressure on the pump sack. As I made it clear in my previous video, I think this design is not ready for prime time. As a result, it actually took me longer to fill the mattress with the included pump sack than just doing it by mouth. Now, Thermarest is skimpy when it comes to directions. Their illustrations clearly show the pump sack ring nesting in this groove, but if you force the ring further down the wing lock nozzle, it does seem to stay better. Are you supposed to do that? I don't think so. Will it damage the pump sack ring over time? Possibly. I just thought I'd pass that a little bit on. To recap the numbers from my last video, by mouth, the new X-Lite with the wing lock took me 64 seconds to blow up. And with the pump sack instead, granted it saved me 20 miserable breaths, it took me 2 minutes and 24 seconds to fill, taking into account having to reattach the pump several times, and I was trying to be careful. Now, let's take a look at the old setup. The traditional twist valve combined with Thermarest's original pump sack, which was designed for the twist lock. A few quick points on the design. The bag is a reported 40 liters, so it is big enough and intended to be used as a pack liner as well. More on that in a moment. There's what I can best describe as a handle that stretches across the entire width of the base of the bag. Across the pump opening. It just lays across it. I suppose it provides some degree of water protection over that tiny little hole, but it's not a foolproof seal, nor do I think this is a material concern unless you're going pack rafting or something like that and need waterproofing in some kind of submerged water scenario. Anyways, moving on. On the other end of the bag, there's a drawstring around the wide opening. Obviously, a drawstring alone is not going to result in the top of the bag being waterproof. In fact, far more water is going to get in through the top if you're relying on the drawstring than through the tiny valve opening on the bottom. I guess my point is that I don't think the drawstring is for waterproofing. To achieve a good seal at the top, you should compress your pack contents and then twist the excess fabric and then tuck the twisted excess fabric along the inside side of your bag. Getting back to the drawstring for a moment. I think its intended use is limited to using the sack and your mattress as a stool, which Thermarest mentions as a selling point. Here are a couple pics from their material, but you basically roll your mattress half empty and place it inside the sack. After then topping off the bag and then closing it using the drawstring, you have yourself a barrel-like stool to sit on. I will never do this, but hey, that's just me. As for weight, on my scale, the pump sack weighs 3.17 ounces. No shocker here, but Thermarest listed weight is 15% underreported at only 2.7 ounces. Now, the pump system is pretty simple. There's a rubbery plastic section with a small hole in it. The hole is significantly smaller than the twist valve itself. It takes a good amount of force to get the twist valve to pop through the hole, and it takes a good amount of force to pull the valve out when you're done. These are both good things, very good things. I hope this all comes through in these videos I'm showing you. I try to capture in these videos the amount of force it takes to attach the pump sacks, as well as the amount of force it takes to detach the pump sacks. To put it in words, it's not even close. The old system is pretty much bomb-proof. It takes effort to detach it. The new system, and I'm being nice here, is delicate. It detaches if you look at it the wrong way. Getting back to the numbers again, it took me 2 minutes and 24 seconds to fill the new Winglock equipped mattress using its paired pump sack. And the old setup, first off, it took me 5 seconds to attach the bag to the nozzle, and I wasn't rushing. Point is, it's quick to attach, and it took me only 50 seconds to fill it, simply because the pump sack stays attached, which not only saves you time from having to reattach it a few times, but it also allows you to be more forceful in applying pressure to the pump sack, which obviously speeds it along as well. Hell, I had my knee on it. So the old system is 1 minute and 1.5 minutes faster in the field than the new system. As I mentioned, this whole pump sack awakening was the forbidden fruit for me. A part of me wishes I never went down this rabbit hole. Once you've tasted life with a pump sack, man, it's hard to go back to those 20 miserable breaths. How can I even put this to words? I'll be taking a nap on my pad by the time you finish blowing up yours, all sweaty and blue in the face. Did that get the point across? Let me say it a different way. You'll be offering to dig me cat holes for the chance to borrow my pump sack each and every night. You get the idea. It's smile-inducing greatness to see your pad inflated in 50 seconds without one breath, without turning blue or breaking a sweat. Now for the hacks. First question is, why hack this sack? Well, that's a stupid question, isn't it? We're UL, aren't we? It's all about the weight. First, the yardstick. So I use a Nylofume bag as a pack liner. It's awesome, and it doesn't get lighter at only 0.91 ounces. I would be replacing my Nylofume with the old Thermarest pump sack. Again, weighs 3.17 ounces on my scale. That's a 2.26 ounce weight penalty to switch out these two pack liners, which is significant in my world. So, can we get it lighter? First up, who needs instructions? Not this guy. So the instructions go. Next up, the handle/hole overlay. Does this expose that tiny little hole? Yeah, but I'm willing to take the risk. I know, wild and crazy guy living on the edge here. Again, it's not a waterproof seal anyways, between the tiny hole and the overlapping handle. And I have a DCF pack, and I'm not going pack rafting or scuba diving anytime soon. What else? The drawstring. I will never use the mentioned stool setup, as I mentioned. Again, no judgment if you want to, but it's not in my future. So the drawstring is out of here. Am I done? Nope. The channel through which the drawstring was placed is pretty burly, so is the trim around it. Now, I might regret this, but this material appears to be ripstop, so I think I can get away with removing this entire bit. So here goes. Keep in mind that this bag is not as long as the Nylofume bag. Point being, if you're not UL, you may want to think twice before trimming off this last bit Frankly, if you're not UL, this pack liner probably isn't big enough for you anyways. There, I'm done. So, drum roll, please. I need to download a drum roll. After all of these hacks, I've taken the stuff sack down from 3.17 ounces to 2.36 ounces. So to put this back into context, to take out my Nylofume pack liner and use the pump sack as a pack liner instead, I am now only paying a 1.45 ounce penalty. Is never having to blow up a mattress again worth 1.45 ounces penalty? That's obviously subjective, but this guy says yes. I'm going to give it a go. So, there you have it. If you want to never blow up a mattress again, stick to the old style twist valve mattress and pick up a Thermarest pump sack. You can then save some weight with my previously mentioned hacks. I don't recommend the new Thermarest wing lock system. It's, well, delicate. Sorry, Thermarest. I still love you. I have a link to these products in my video description down below, so please use them. Well, that's all the time I need, and I hope I gave you something to think about. Help me grow the show by hitting like and clicking the Bungzy logo, which is floating on your screen, to subscribe if you haven't already. It helps me a ton. Thanks, and I'll catch you on my next ultralight review on ultralight backpacking.